famous weight loss drug called Ozempic. It's a great thing because now it will, I should say, democratize the use of this drug, especially in India, which is very cost effective and needs very cheap solutions. So, this will drastically reduce the cost of the drug, and India has a lot of population, millions upon millions of people with diabetes and obesity that this drug will help. So it is a great thing that is happening for India. But also, I saw some comments that were a bit, I should say, lacking in understanding of what is happening. Like this one, I don't know what this person is trying to say, but uh, even if it's cheap, it doesn't mean that you are the product. I mean, the drug is the product. It's not like you're using Instagram and it's free, but it's collecting your data, so you are the product. It doesn't work like that with medicine, and it's not free. Or these people saying that India will be used as a lab ground or Indians will be used as guinea pigs. Uh, hate to say it, but this drug has already been approved and it goes through something called a clinical trial. So it has been actually tested on thousands of people for safety, efficacy, and also it follows all the regulations, right? It actually tests whether the drug works or not, and it does work. That's why it got approved. And no, it's not a fake product. It's called a generic medicine, and I'll tell you how it works. Yes, as you can see, patents. So you get a patent for a composition that works for a particular disease. And that patent stays for around 20 years. After you get a patent, you start developing the drug and it goes into clinical trials that last for anywhere up to 7 to 12, 15 years. And for that period, for those 20 years, you have monopoly over the composition, and that promotes companies to invest in very costly drugs and clinical trials so that they can, when selling the product, make a profit. What generics do is essentially reverse engineer this composition and then they sell it at a very cheaper cost, because now they don't have to go through all the regulatory hurdles, all the clinical trials, because they are only required to prove that this composition, this generic composition, is exactly the same as the original one. So when they establish, it's called a bioequivalence. Now they don't have to essentially go through all the clinical trials. They do have to go through some trials, but it's not as extensive as the original development. That's why India is able to produce so many generic drugs, because once the patent expires, Indians swoop in. They already have developed this bioequivalent generic drug, and it is available at a much cheaper cost because they have not spent billions upon billions of dollars in developing this drug. So it is all safe, it is all regulated, and it is great for cost effective countries like India who want to save money yet also want access to the latest drugs that help save lives.